I don't consider myself particularly spiritual or religious, but this film gives it a good go at questioning that. As actors, did it take you on a spiritual journey without wanting to dive straight into a cliche?
It did, yeah. I think right from the time that I read the script, I was just really intrigued by the way that it made me feel. You know, I just thought it was a really emotional, just a really deep dive into this spiritual story and the spiritual journey for all of these characters, and so it really was exciting for me to go back into. The gospel stories of these characters and people and these historical, very iconic figures, but try and think of them and see them as complex, psychologically complex, in their relationships in that way. And I thought it was very powerful.
The human side of them was the most important part for me, all of them. And of course, you think about faith because it's about faith. But faith in God, of course, but in human beings, in equality, in forgiveness and love. So what made us, finally?
I know it's a complicated one, but do you consider, either of you consider yourself particularly religious?
Yeah, I believe in God.
Okay.
I think the spectrum of sort of religious experience, varieties of religious experience, the idea of spirituality is so powerful, and I have just an extraordinary amount of respect for anybody and all people, who are moving along in their lives with this understanding and a kind of spiritual component. It seems very important, whatever you call it, and I think terms like God and stuff are sort of very loaded terms in a way because they have associative ideas, but but I think that an understanding of spiritual development, that there are forces outside of oneself, that's the kind of that's the thing that I think most people are kind of connected to.
And Rudy Mara, before I go, she's such an amazing actor. She's just conveys everything you need from this woman in this. Do you have thoughts of your own on what a great actor she is?
She's absolutely great. I mean, to recognize a great actor as she is, as he is, and as Joaquin is, there's a good example for that. When you're losing it in the middle of the scene and you're lost somewhere else, you don't know how to do it. It happens sometimes. You just follow and listen, and they're gonna make you a better actor. The way I work, I feel, is this, and connected to the set, to the weather. I don't know, there's something that is happening only on set that you can't prepare, that you have to live.
Yeah, getting sand in your eyes, that was probably a...
Yeah,
yeah, that helps.
Who wants to look, simple when you can look stunning?
I'm really sorry, we're very drunk, but we don't give a
Hey, girl! No, she ain't hear me. She ain't hear me.
Can you sing? I'm not sure.